Hey everybody, hope you're doing well, and I hope this video finds you well. If not, I pray that it can help you out. But anyways, I was looking out my window last night as the storm was rolling through. I was staying up for my family, making sure that we'd be safe and everything, whether or not we need to go to the basement if a tornado showed up. And it got me thinking about life's storms that come our way. I mean, not just actual, weather storms, but like things that happen, illnesses, tragedies, just pain and suffering that we endure. And a lot of times it leaves us wondering if there really is a God, if Jesus is really for us and not against us. But let me read you a couple verses real quick, and this reminded me of Matthew chapter 7, verses 24 through 27, and I'll speak to you on why that is. It's called Building on the Rock. Let me get to it here real quick. So build on the rock. Therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine and does them, I will liken him to a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on the house, and it did not fall, for it was founded on the rock. The rock in this being Jesus. Now let's see what happens with those who don't build on the rock. But everyone who hears these sayings of mine and does not do them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. And the rain descended, the floods came, the winds blew and beat on that house, and it fell, and great was its fall. So what that there tells me, and I hope it tells you, is we need to be ready for life's trials. We need to realize that Jesus is for us, not against us, no matter what goes on. I mean, I know it's hard looking at somebody who we believe is innocent and they're just going through all kinds of pain and suffering. We're going through pain and suffering when we feel like we've checked all the boxes right. We've done everything that we can to deny our sin and our earthly pleasures and our own desires, denying our flesh every day and taking up the cross. But that does not mean that your life is going to be easy. That does not mean you stop sinning. That does not mean that you're going to stop struggling. For a Christian, it's a day-to-day struggle. A lot of people like see a lot of videos on YouTube talking about how um, everyone thinks that we're Christians. We seem like such great people, or something like that. Maybe not so much, but a lot of times this does get said, and it's like really behind closed doors, we're disgusted with ourselves. We feel terrible. We're wondering if God's really carrying us through this, and just really struggling. But this passage right here tells us how important it is to keep the faith even during those times, because when we cannot go on, God will carry us through. I promise you that. He is always working in your life. He does not abandon you. He will not forsake you. And that right there is just a very important lesson to learn. I don't know what you're going through in life. I know it hurts. I know it's painful. Jesus loves you. He's there for you. He will carry you. You will make it through this. God does put us through things that we cannot rely on ourselves on. Self-help is not the answer. We need Jesus. I can't stress that enough. I've had plenty of struggles in my life. I've seen people hurt, people dying. I'm sure you have too. But the point is, this world is temporary. We're not living for this world. We're not to strive for this world. We're to strive for what is done in heaven. And let me ask you this, what you're going through, are you seeking Jesus' will or yours? If you find yourself asking every day, or saying every day that I want to follow Jesus, I want to do his will. Doing his will, you're not waiting for him to talk to you. I've struggled with this personally. You're basically, you choose whatever Jesus would choose to do in that situation. That's Jesus' will. That's how you know right from wrong. That's how you discern. And also reading this every day, getting your spiritual bread, prepares you for those storms. There's plenty of stories in here. If you don't believe me about storms and everything like that, having somebody that's had everything taken away from them, look at Job. Read all of Job. It's all about letting go of your own understanding and trusting God, even when everything is taken away from you. God gives you those things. They're blessings. He can take them away because really they're his. We don't own land. We don't own cars. We don't own houses. God gives you that stuff. When he gives you money, it's his money. You're giving it to him. You're to do what he says with it. That's Jesus' will. But anyways, I hope this comforts you guys. I hope you realize that you're not alone in this. God will, God will never forsake you. Even when everyone else in your life feels like they've turned their backs on you, when your friends are no longer talking to you, when your family shuns you, and you're still following Jesus to the best of your ability, He's right there with you. He will not leave. He is that friend that loves at all times. Proverbs 17:17. A brother is born for adversity, but a friend loves at all times. I love that verse. A lot of strength and power through it. And how many of your friends, it's so wonderful when you find a friend that really loves you whenever something happens and is willing to help you through it. But really and truthfully, the only person that you can truly trust with everything is Jesus. Everything. Anyways, I hope this video helps you guys out. I pray that you will find peace and that you will seek out Jesus and His will and not forsake Him yourself. Realize that He is with you and walking with you through whatever trial you're going through. Thank you guys. I love you. Hope to see you next time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.